the world of AI video just shifted. For months, we've been trying to force characters to move naturally using a patchwork of different tools, but the results often felt stiff. Today, we're diving into the wanAnimatePreprocessor. This isn't just another pose tool, it's a dedicated unified framework designed for the WAN 2.2 model family. It bridges the gap between a reference video's motion and your character's unique anatomy, allowing for character replacement and animation modes that actually look cinematic. So what exactly is happening under the hood? The wanAnimatePreprocessor is a specialized engine that extracts two critical layers of data from your driving video. Spatially aligned skeletal signals. Instead of just drawing lines, it tracks the person's bone structure in a way that the WAN 2.2 model understands natively. Implicit facial features. It captures the nuance of expressions, the micro movements of the mouth and eyes, so your character doesn't just move, they act. In ComfyUI, this node acts as the translator. It takes your source video and preps it so the WAN model can fit your character image onto that motion without the typical flickering or floaty limbs we see in older workflows. You might be wondering, I already have DW-OpenPose and MimicMotion. Why switch? Here's the breakdown. 1. Native Synergy. DW-OpenPose is a generalist. It creates a stick figure that you can feed into almost any control net, but it lacks the deep understanding of lighting and depth. wanAnimate is built for the WAN model. It uses a mixture of experts, MoE architecture that understands things like cinematic aesthetic control, meaning it doesn't just copy the pose, it copies the vibe. 2. Skeletal Adaptive Binding. This is the game changer. If your reference video is a tall person but your character is a short, stylized avatar, DW-OpenPose often causes spaghetti limbs because it tries to stretch your character to match the human proportions. wanAnimate uses a brand new Skeletal Adaptive Binding node. It intelligently retargets the motion so it looks natural on your character's specific body shape. 3. Expression and lip sync. While MimicMotion is excellent for stability, it can sometimes struggle with complex environment blending. wanAnimate includes an auxiliary relighting low RA capability during the preprocessing stage. This ensures that as your character moves, the lighting on their face actually changes to match the background of the video. It's the difference between a character stuck on a video and a character living in it. Now that you know why we're using it, let's get it installed and look at the best workflow to get this running on your local machine. Alright, let's get this under the hood. To install the wanAnimatePreprocessor, we're going to do it manually. Open CMD. First, navigate to your ComfyUI/custom nodes folder, click the address bar, type CMD and hit enter. Now head over to the official wanAnimatePreprocessor GitHub page, click the green code button and copy that Git URL. Back in your command prompt, type git clone followed by the link you just copied, hit enter and let it pull the files. This is the crucial part. If you're using the ComfyUI portable version, you need to use the Python Embedded folder to install the dependencies. Use the following command, but make sure your file paths match your local setup. Once the requirements are finished installing, go ahead and restart your ComfyUI. With the nodes installed, we now need the brains, the detection and pose models. You don't need every file in the repo, you specifically need one ViTPose model and one YOLO model. For the best balance of accuracy, I recommend the ViTPose whole body PTH. This is what tracks the skeletal signals we talked about earlier. For object and person detection, we'll grab the YOLOv10m MPT model. Now where do they go? Navigate to ComfyUI/models/detection. If you don't have a detection folder yet, simply create one and drop both files inside. This is where the preprocessor will look for them when you first run the node. Now that we're installed, let's look at the engine room. When you search for wanAnimatePreprocess, you'll find 5 specialized nodes that handle everything from detection to skeletal retargeting. Let's break down exactly what they do. 1. ONX Detection Model Loader. This node is your foundation. You'll select your ViTPose model for body tracking and your YOLO model for person detection. Set this to CUDA if you have an NVIDIA GPU for the fastest processing. 2. Pose and face detection. This is the heavy lifter. It analyzes your source video and maps it to a skeletal structure. Input images is your source driving video. Retarget images the character you want to animate by inputting your character here. The node calculates the scale difference so the skeleton fits your character's proportions instead of the original person's. Face padding will add extra space around the detected face. If your character has big hair or a wide head, increase this to ensure the facial signals aren't cut off. The outputs of this node is pose data and face data, which is the raw coordinates for the body and expressions. Keyframes body points is specific coordinates for the main joints, useful for advanced workflows that need to track specific limb positions over time. 3. Draw ViTPoses. This node is for visualization. It turns raw data into a skeletal image you can see. It takes the pose data from the detection node along with your desired width and height. Retarget padding will adjust the margin around the skeleton. It outputs a pose image, which is your classic stick figure visual. 4. Pose detection one-to-all animation. This node is designed for the animation mode of one-to-all animation, where one reference image guides the whole sequence. Align tool tells the node how to scale the motion. You can align the motion to the dimensions of the reference image or the source video. 5. Pose retarget prompt helper. Finally, the pose retarget prompt helper. This node looks at the skeleton and translates it into text. It generates descriptions like arms raised or person running. When you plug this into your prompt, it helps the WAN model understand the motion through language as well as skeletal data, leading to much more stable generations. When we compare the 3, DW Open Pose is a generic skeleton. Pose and face detection gives you raw retargeted data for character replacement. One-to-all animation is a specialized all-in-one package for fluid character animation. Notice how much more human the wanAnimatePreprocess movement feels compared to the older methods. Now for the moment of truth, let's see these nodes in action. Here is the result of the pose detection one-to-all animation node created using WAN 2.2 with Vace 2.2. Here is the result of the Draw ViTPoses node from pose and face detection created using WAN 2.2 with Vace 2.2. The wanAnimatePreprocess suite is a massive step forward for anyone using the WAN 2.2 ecosystem. It takes the guesswork out of motion and gives you the tools to create studio-quality animations right in ComfyUI. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest AI workflows. All the links for the models and the custom nodes are down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what you create. Tell me what your use case for this technique. Thank you for watching. Please give like and see you again on the next episode. Have a nice day. Please subscribe.